You know, folks, one of the things a lot of people kind of talk about and they feel that the WWE has a problem with when it comes to certain talents is they don't know what to do with them sometimes, especially when it becomes either having them as a babyface or a heel. You take a look at the Big Show. Here's a guy that for about a year or so, was pretty much a babyface. We'll put it that way. For about pretty much a year. For pretty much a year, was a babyface in WWE because he was going against the Authority. Some people would say he was sort of a semi-heel because he had to align himself with the Authority whether he liked it or not, because he was knocking people out. Well, last Sunday, 2 nights ago, Survivor Series, Big Show basically turned heel again. And this is basically weeks and months after his situation with Rusev, his situation with Mark Henry, and all of a sudden he's turning heel. And this is something that a lot of people, including Jeff Siegel, the Schleg Daddy, have pointed out. And that is WWE doesn't know what to do with the Big Show anymore. It's like they're giving him, as Jeff Siegel put it, the Alicia Fox treatment or the Chris Jericho treatment. In other words, they're flip-flopping him when they feel like it. I'm sure a lot of people watching this will be like, yeah, that's basically what they're doing, and I guarantee by WrestleMania he'll be a babyface again. That might be true. But there are times, and I hate to say it, but there are times I will give WWE credit that when they keep Big Show heel, or when they turn Big Show heel, they keep him heel for an extended period of time. They do. They keep him heel for an extended period of time. Which I think is good. Because you do sometimes need a monstrous heel. You do need one. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to turn him face before or even after Mania. You see, the way I look at it with WWE nowadays, and it's probably with some other wrestling companies too, but most notably WWE, is that for every heel turn, there's a babyface turn. There is. For every babyface that goes heel and becomes the bad guy, the villain, every heel / bad guy villain goes babyface, goes good guy, goes hero. That's pretty much the truth. That's pretty much the truth. I mean, you might say that with Sting finally signing a performer's contract, if you will, with WWE, one of those very part-time like contracts, with very limited dates and appearances, you might say, well, even with that, his signing can equal us turning Big Show heel because we've got a babyface that takes his place, even though that babyface isn't always going to be here. And that might be true. You can also say that, well, with Eric Rowan becoming a babyface, that pretty much he has taken the place of the gentle giant, the friendly giant of WWE. He's basically taken on the mantle, I should say, of being that friendly giant, that gentle giant. And then, of course, when you have Ryback coming back as well, you have that same scenario. You know, you have somebody here that you're giving a monstrous push. You're trying to re-give or retry a monstrous push with, and so with him basically coming back, you know, so with him coming back and doing what he's doing, obviously you need someone to equal out and balance the sides. I guess you could say in the WWE's mind. You know, you need someone that's going to equal out the sides. It's like, okay, we got Sting, we got Ryback on the babyface side, so that kind of makes things uneven. Who can we get to be the heel? Oh, let's do Big Show. And of course, like I said, you got Eric Rowan, who I guess has taken on the mantle of being the babyface giant of WWE. It only makes sense, I guess you could say, to turn Big Show heel. Well, so you would think. But basically, I think with the way the WWE looks at it, they look at it as sort of a balancing out deal. Like they're balancing out the roster when it comes to baby faces and heels. It's like I said, it's like for every baby face they get, like for every baby face they get, they gotta have another heel. So, in other words, with Sting coming in at Survivor Series officially, and then weeks before that, you had Ryback coming back as a babyface. You pretty much are saying, hey, we need to equal out the heel side of things. We need to get a heel, if it's just one, that can equal out two big time baby faces coming in and basically taking that spot. You know, you need two heels. I mean, you need a heel that can equal out those two baby faces. And in a sense, you got that with Big Show. You pretty much got that. And I think the way the WWE looks at it is they can always fall back on Big Show. They can always fall back on someone like a Chris Jericho and say, hey, we need you to be the heel now. Can you do it? And they'll say, and automatically they'll be like, okay, fine. I have no problem with it. Because they know that if done right, they could pull the heel thing off. They can do that. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. You know, here you have, like I said, a guy that a lot of fans is getting that Alicia Fox treatment, Chris Jericho treatment, flip-flopping back and forth. It's basically because WWE doesn't know what to do with him, but also, in their minds, they need somebody to try to balance out both sides of the fences. You need someone that's going to balance out the heel side. Now that you got a big-time player on the face side and Sting, you need someone to balance that out in a sense. Because now, since you also have another babyface giant on one side, you need another big giant on the other side. And like I said, there you go. It's pretty much what's going on. Pretty much the WWE is saying, hey, look, we need to balance things out. And if doing Big Show as a heel is going to balance things out, so be it. And that's what they did. Yeah, is it probably going to lead us to Big Show Cena down the line? Maybe. Maybe if it's just on Raw, we might get it. But right now, from what I've seen, it's going to be giant versus giant. It's going to be Rowan and Show. And sometimes it's also from a business standpoint. It's like coin the phrase, what's best for business, right? What's best for business? Well, maybe what they feel is best for business is having Big Show face Rowan, and maybe having Big Show put Rowan over as another colossal monster giant, but from a babyface standpoint. I'm just saying. Now, if I'm WWE and I want to go with Big Show being a heel, maybe for a long, extensive time, I can pretty much say, you know what? Let's do what we should have done back when this whole ironclad contract thing happened. Let's put him on a monstrous tear. Let's have him say that because there's not really anybody in charge, he's going to do whatever the heck he wants. He's going to screw anybody up he wants, or jack anybody up he wants, and nobody can stop him. Let him go on that monstrous run if you want to give him possibly one last big run in the WWE before he probably retires. Let him do that. Because what's the point of turning him heel unless you're going to have him put over guys like Eric Rowan and probably lose to John Cena again? What's the point? There is no point. And like I said, I know I sound like I'm repeating myself, but for every time a guy like Big Show turns heel, it's because we get usually another babyface added to the other side, and it makes things uneven. So they got to take someone like a Big Show and say, we got to put you on the heel side again. And that's what they did. Whether we agree with it or not, that's what they did. They pretty much look at it like, hey, we got Sting coming in as a babyface. Let's turn Big Show heel. We got Eric Rowan as the new babyface giant. Let's turn Big Show heel. That's pretty much what it is. Even with the Divas division. Yeah, the Divas division, maybe not as clear cut when it comes to this kind of stuff. I mean, pretty much Alicia Fox, as a lot of people would say, is a good example of that. But, you know, and even the Slayers, Layla and Summer Rae, are another good example. But when you look at it from a sense, now that Alicia Fox is a babyface, it was only natural you needed a diva to equal out the heel side, right? So who did they get to become the new heel diva? Well, just like they know they can fall back on Big Show becoming a heel when they need him, they fell back and said, Bree, go heel for us. We need you to be the heel. We need you to realign with your sister and have the Bella Twins be egotistical and all that again. And that's exactly what happened. So it's like I say, for every babyface they get, they got to get another heel. That's basically the way it is. You know, for every babyface they have, or they get, whether it's someone going babyface or someone debuting as a babyface, they got to equal it out with someone going heel or debuting as a heel. So most of the times it's somebody going heel. You know, but that's the way the WWE is. And whether we like it or not, it may be a stupid decision in booking making, but that's how they pretty much balance out in their minds the whole heels and baby faces on their roster.